guys, welcome back to Ashes and Aura Tarot. I'm going to be doing a reading for my water signs. That's Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. My emotional, sensitive Sallies for Aries season, which is now through April 20th. I apologize. I did a balayage on a client yesterday and it was purple, so now my hands are purple, which is funny because I am also drinking a purple latte. So purple is the color of the day. But no, for real guys, I'm a hairdresser, and when we're using these like fantasy vivid colors such as like Pulp Riot or Pravana, the color stays on your hands like forever. Like I've washed my hands so many times and my hands are still purple, but it's really cool because I don't care. I did the purple for a really dear friend, Lauren, and her hair looks fabulous now, so I'm not going to complain. So, alright, we are going to get into it for my water signs. I want to go ahead and cleanse my space. I'm using white sage. I got this from a little shop in Gettysburg. It's really important to sage your space or cleanse your space, however you want to do it, because it gets rid of all negative energy and anything that you don't want clouding your intuition or getting inside your aura for the reading. Now, one thing I will say about cleansing your energy, cleansing your space with sage or, you know, any kind of cleansing agent, it doesn't just take the negative energy out, it actually takes the good energy out. So after you sage, you want to use like a protection spray or a positive energy spray, something that brings the good back in. So this is actually a lemongrass protection spray that I made. It smells really good and clean. It's infused with amethyst. So that's that. All right, guys. Oh yeah, you know how you can get, like, when you're drinking tea, on the tea bags there's little messages sometimes? I like a stronger tea, so if I'm not brewing my own and using loose leaf, I'll get like the yogi teas, and this one says, and I like it strong, so I put in 2. So this one says, lift up others with your peaceful presence. And this one says, accept who you are in this moment, but acknowledge who you want to become. So I think, water signs, we can go into this reading for Aries season with that message. Accept who you are in this moment, but acknowledge who you want to become. So with that being said, let's get into it. I'm going to be using the Cosmic Tarot and the Enchanted Map Oracle cards. Let's see what Aries season is bringing to the table for my Scorpios, my Cancers, and my Pisces. Let's see. Don't be surprised if some weird game card pops out, because there's a guarantee and an about the author, and I don't know. I can't bring myself to take them out of the deck. And they've been popping up recently when I use these cards. That one wanted to come out, so I'm gonna put it there. Away. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Geez, I need to get a different chair. Okay. Okay, water signs. So basically the way this reading is set up is for the month of, like, the latter part of March going into April, so that Aries season. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 vertical stacks representing each week of Aries season. The top horizontal row represents love, the middle is career, the bottom one is love, and then this card is guidance. This card represents the highlight of the reading. This card represents goals and hopes, and this card represents the key that ties everything together. So let's get into it. Okay, so for the first week of Aries season, water signs, you are getting the 9 of Swords in reverse. So this tells me in love, with the 9 being almost at completion, a 9 feeling kind of alone with swords. I feel that a lot of you are almost feeling sort of kind of like neglected in a way in your love life. I don't know if you're single or if you have been trying to date and not going anywhere. Like, you kind of feel like you're at your wit's end. If you're in a relationship, you feel like you're not being heard. That's kind of what I'm seeing in the beginning of Aries season, like the week that we're in now. But it may not resonate with you. This doesn't necessarily, it's also in reverse. This doesn't really necessarily mean that this is a romantic love situation. It could be love, a love between you and your child, or a love between you and a friend. This is love, period, because love doesn't just come from like a romantic connection. So basically, I feel like you're feeling a little bit like neglected. Maybe it's you're not feeling heard. You could be single. You're trying to get somewhere with someone, and you just feel like you're not quite there. So that's what I'm seeing in the love situation for my water signs early on, like in this week. Career, I have the Magician. Magician is basically inspired action. Maybe some of you are taking on bigger roles at work, or you're having ideas about your career. Maybe you're thinking of starting a new career. Maybe you are thinking of starting a new project or something that can benefit you in your career. Also, the Magician can represent illusion. So you may have all these ideas in your head, and you kind of could be daydreaming about them and don't know how to go ahead and put them into motion. So you could be just like in this fantasy world of, oh yeah, I'm going to start my own business, but you're not really putting the work in to do it. So that, like I said, this could resonate with you. It could, be someone you're close to, but that's what I'm seeing for career, like early on this week, kind of. So something's in motion. There's definitely inspiration to create an action, to move forward, or to move somewhere in a career. So money, we have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. This tells me here, with the 8 being a very stable number, and Pentacles actually represent money, but it's in reverse. So this kind of tells me that some of you are feeling a little bit not very stable in your financial situation. This could be related to the Magician here, in wanting to take that inspired action in the career to better your financial situation. So that is like right now what some of you water signs could be going through, or someone you know. So for the second week, we're looking at next week in the love situation. The 2 of Swords. So 2 represents partnerships, dual. It represents, like relationships. The swords represent words again. So having that 9 of Swords coming into like not feeling heard, some of you could have had the conversation with your counterpart and you guys came together in communication. This could also mean that whatever communication that was had brought something to light, because she is sitting under the moon, and you could be having to make a decision in regards to what communicate, what was said in the conversation, or what was brought to light through that situation. Again, it doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It can be a child, it can be a family member, it can be a friend, anyone that you have love for. So that looks like what's coming in next week. Okay, so career. 2 of Wands. Again, Wands is action, just like the Magician. You, next week, I think with the 2, again, representing like decision making, duality, the Wands are fast moving, and I think that next week you're going to really start taking action on making a decision in your career. So with the Magician being inspired action and illusion, you may be turning those illusions and that inspiration into that decision to make the decision to act quickly in regards to your career. Maybe you ask for a raise. Maybe you create something new that wows your boss. Maybe you start your own business. Who knows? Next week, it's going to be moving quickly. So for money, next week, we get the Prince of Pentacles in reverse. Another Pentacles, so representing money. 8 of Pentacles, little bit of financial instability in the beginning of the week. This week, next week, we have the Prince of Pentacles in reverse, which means that I feel like you're going to really mature in your finances, and you're going to realize, like, okay, I'm feeling unstable. I need to stop spending as much. Princes are very impulsive and immature, but since this is upside down, I feel the opposite about you. I feel that next week you're really going to be making more mature choices with your money. So that's for next week. Now, as we get into the latter part of Aries season, water signs, my Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, third week, after you guys make that decision, after what comes to light through that conversation you have with your loved one, we get the 8 of Swords, which someone is going to be making the decision to walk away. And that does not mean walk away from the relationship. It could mean walk away from toxic behaviors. It could be walk away from the argument. It could mean walk away from anything that is not serving you. So I'm thinking that not being heard and then having to communicate and something coming to light, some of you water signs are going to be walking away from a situation. Like, okay, I'm not going to deal with that. Like, case is closed. It's a done deal, period. Or you could be walking away from, a toxic relationship. You know, who knows? It could resonate, maybe not. Someone you know. So, for career in the third week, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So, queens are very nurturing, motherly figures. Wands are fast-moving. For the third week, after I said, taking that inspired action and turning it into, like, quick decision-making, I think that we're going to be utilizing the Queen here. But because it's in reverse, I think that we're going to slow down a little bit. We are going to balance out that masculine, feminine energy. We're going to take the King and Queen together and, have that stability with, slowing down with the Wands in reverse. But with the Queen here showing up, I think that we're going to be nurturing ourselves a little bit more, being a little bit easier with ourselves. And again, queens, mothers represent like birth, like a birth of something. You guys, again, could have made the decision to start a business or get the balls rolling on a business in your career or start taking on like a new project at work. Birth. Wands in reverse, slowing down. So money. Princess of Wands. Okay, so princesses can be a little bit of immature. Wands, fast acting. With the Prince of Pentacles here in the second week, making mature decisions around money. Well, in the third week, I think you guys are going to have saved a little bit and you're going to come into this Princess of Wands and you're feeling good. You're like, okay, let's go to the bar. Like, I want to go dancing, or, you want to go splurge at the mall or Amazon. Some of you, I think, are going to go on a little bit of shopping spree because you're like, oh yeah, I did good last week. Let me go on like a little bender, like shopping spree or something like that. So that you guys be aware of that in the third week of Aries season with your money. So In the 4th week, the last week of Aries season for love, we have the Prince of Swords in reverse. Again, princes are immature, they are impulsive, they just haven't reached that king energy yet. Swords represent words. It's crazy because in your love reading, guys, you got all swords. 1st week, 9 of Swords. 2nd week, 2 of Swords. 3rd week, 8 of Swords. 4th week, Prince of Swords. So it's kind of telling a story here. It tells me that by ending Aries season, the latter part of April, you guys are going to come into, again, a more mature mindset on the way you're communicating. Again, walking away from that situation or that conversation could put you into this reverse prince energy. When I think of reversals, a lot of times I read them as a prince as being immature. If he's upside down, it's kind of the opposite. So you're growing into being more mature with how you're handling situations, how you are handling conflicts, how you're handling words. I think in walking away from that toxic situation that you were in, it's going to make you feel like, it's going to make you feel good. You're going to feel that king energy. You're, rising from the prince into the king. You're going to take leadership with your words, and you're not going to let anybody walk all over you. That's for sure. Whether that be a romantic partner, whether that be your children, whether that be one of your family members, you're going to be standing strong in your communication abilities and your mind. Your mind's going to be strong, and you are going to be very mature in how you handle your words with these people. Or it could represent somebody else in your life coming through to, be, that mature person that you need in your life with words. But, this could resonate. It may not. Now, with career here in the last part of Aries season for you, you got 2 of Pentacles, meaning you're going to have to make a decision around money, pretty much. I think that due to the fact that you had this inspired action in the beginning of the week, you had that quick decision making with the wands. You got the Queen of Wands energy in reverse, meaning that things are slowing down, but you are still embodying that royal energy around your career. You're starting to get a level head, and because you did take action on your thought process in regards to inspiration around your career, your 2 of Pentacles here is saying that you have options. You have options with your money now, so you can make that decision. The Pentacles represent money. There's definitely options there. You have a decision to make. Whether you want to stay in your current career, whether you want to do something new, I really feel like that's coming through with my water signs. Now for money here, the Empress in reverse. This card is telling you guys that in the last week of Aries season, you guys are going to have to get creative around your finances. This could be around your career. So if you did decide to leave like a corporate job to pursue something that, something that was a hobby that you turned into, a moneymaker, you're going to have to get really creative, and you're going to have to devote a lot of time to it. The Empress is very creative, but because she is in reverse, she's telling you guys the money situation in the latter part of Aries season, the latter part of April, you're probably going to have to get creative in order to get your finances up. Probably because you spent it. But yeah, so some of you guys are going to have to get creative, and this one, the Empress, she also represents like a birth of something and love. So she's also telling you, don't let new beginnings scare you, and also with money, and don't let like your love situations like affect your money. Be aware if somebody tries to come in and like kind of toy with your money, or if you are taking off work because there's somebody you love is having issues, or what have you. Just be aware of that. Empress in reverse with the money, you're going to have to get real creative around your finances around the end of Aries season. So with the King of Cups, the guidance, my fire signs got this too, I believe, for guidance. This is telling you, or somewhere in the reading, this is telling you guys that no matter what happens, you have to stay grounded in your emotions. So whatever communication is had in your love situation, stay grounded. Don't go off the handle. Do whatever you need to do, like go outside, take a walk. Even in the career and the money, I know that water signs are very sensitive. I call them sensitive Sallies. You have got to stay grounded, because if you don't, all of this will just get, it'll be very, very overwhelming. So stay grounded and lean into that king energy. Your cup is always full. You just have to realize that, and if you can focus on that and stay grounded to where you are and accept where you are, then you will be able to handle anything that comes your way. So the highlight. The highlight is the Lovers. So this represents partnerships. I really think that with this reading, this definitely involves another person. You're being affected, I feel like, by the actions or the words of someone else. That's okay, but again, stay grounded with the King of Cups. The Lovers is not a bad card. The Lovers is a good card. Just don't get carried away. And because some people, when they get in relationships or they're really bound to someone else, they kind of forget themselves. Don't do that. Stay grounded in your emotions. The Hopes is the Hermit in reverse. So the Hermit represents being by yourself, going inside, introspection, going inside of yourself. With this in reverse, this is telling us to be aware of isolation. Like, it's okay to spend time with yourself, but don't let your emotions and what people do to put you in a depression to where you isolate yourself. So your Hope card is that you can lean into that King of Cups energy and ground your emotions so you're not isolating. And hopes are very strong. If you put hope and faith together, you will be good. So just, stay in that hopeful energy and do not isolate yourself. That's what this says to me. So the key to all of this is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords represents chaos and overwhelm. I think that whatever's going on here in Aries season for my water signs, it's really, really overwhelming. And when the overwhelming gets to be too much, we go inside, we isolate. And a lot of times it is due to what other people and other situations that we really have no control over. So we really need to ground ourselves in our emotions with the King of Cups so we don't feel this chaotic energy around us. I am going to pull oracle cards for you guys to tie into this reading. What does the Enchanted Map have for my water signs? My best friend gave me this tarot deck. Okay. Unexpected visitors, and ride the wave. I don't know, you guys. So with unexpected visitors, it may have something to do with this card and someone coming in to tell you something that you don't know about. You might be having a conversation, like some sort of message come through unexpectedly. You might get, a message, or someone might tell you something that you don't know. And, it could be drama, and you might walk away from the drama. And because you walk away from the drama, you feel real mature. You make a mature move. That's awesome. So be aware of drama coming through, but also ride the wave. Do not try to push up against the current. Go along with the wave. Ground yourself in this King of Cups energy, because if not, it's going to really overwhelm you. And when we are overwhelmed and we fight, imagine being in the ocean and trying to swim against the current. You can't do it. It will stress you out. It will burn you out. And then it'll put you into like this depression. So no, ride the wave. Take whatever comes, man. And really, if you get an unexpected visitor that brings some kind of drama that, you know, he said, she said, don't worry about it. Just kind of take it with a grain of salt. Let it go in one ear and out the other. Walk away from it and, you know, stand in that mature energy. You're definitely going to have to make a decision around your career. You are going to have options in regards to money. You know, I see that there's going to be worries around money. You're not going to feel stable like this week, but, you know, you're going to be watching it. You know, we're going to build up some money, and then you're going to spend it, and then you're going to have to use like your creative abilities to kind of get your finances back up. But other than that, don't let anything overwhelm you. Life is ebb and flow. It's up, it's down, it's good, it's bad. But as long as we stay grounded and, you know, don't let what other people say and do bother us, we do well. We do very well. We just have to ride the wave. That is all I have for you guys tonight. I hope this helped. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I will see you next time. Have a great evening.